is probably the most direct and meaningful, impactful instance I had with Srila Prabhupada. And I was in this interim period still, and I was, kind of, I would come for meals and chant some japa and then go to work. And there was this young lady with a child, a very young infant, a couple months old, a couple weeks old, I don't know, but very young and very vulnerable. And I have a very compassionate or soft heart, and I kind of just talked to her and ate prasadam with her a few times, and there was some attraction, but in those days, that's if you were eating prasadam with someone or going for a walk with someone, you're going to marry that person. That was as simple as that. I mean, and I was a brahmachari, I was an initiated devotee, and you just don't do that unless you have those designs. I had a job, so the word got out, and this is, we were doing this for all of a week, maybe 3 or 4 times we did it, and the word got out that Vamandev was going to get married. And I got word of that secondhand. And then my brahmachari friends were saying, you got to be careful. You don't want to do that. She's already got a child. You're going to be in trouble. This, you don't have that good a job. I mean, it's just, you're working, in a sweatshop, it's making furniture. It's not really high pay. You got, be careful, And so I said, oh, geez. And so one of them said that Prabhupada had said that if a woman has a child, she should be satisfied. So I said, oh, that's a good out. And so then the next time I met her, and we were chanting or eating prasadam or something, I said, and by the way, we can't get married, so I think just wanted to let that out, and tell you this. And she said, oh yeah, okay. Well, we hadn't really talked about it, but it was just understood. And so I said, and Prabhupada said that you should be satisfied. That, you have this child, and just be satisfied, and, have a happy life, and see you later, And so I just went off to my job, and I came back for lunch, or maybe this was the weekend. Prabhupada wants to see me in his room. Now, I was often called to Prabhupada's room to do little things, not real interaction, just when he was gone for a walk, I'd go to fix the door or something like that. But this time he wanted to talk to me. I said, oh, great. So I went running out, did my obeisances, and how can I serve you, Prabhupada? How can I serve you, Swamiji? Because he was Swamiji at that time. And he said, did I tell you you cannot marry this girl? And I was, I just did a double take. And I said, no, I haven't spoken to you about it. You've never mentioned anything to me about marrying anyone. He said, and then he looked to his servant and said, see, I did not say that. And he looked at me and he says, you use your spiritual master for your own purpose. He says, don't ever do that. You have hurt this girl by this, and you have put me on the spot. He says, you must leave LA now. And I want you to take Govinda Dasi to her husband. She needs an escort. So you move her stuff to the airlines, get a ticket, fly with her, and get her to her husband. But you have to leave. So I was banned from LA. I was told by my spiritual master that I had to leave. So that was, but it was the most mercy I ever got. So the lesson I learned from that interaction with Srila Prabhupada and the situation with this young lady was that that your spiritual master is not someone that you use for your own benefit. He said, don't use your spiritual master for your benefit. And it really stuck with me. And don't, just because someone said, Prabhupada said, doesn't mean that it pertains to any particular circumstance that you might try to twist into it. Don't try to twist Prabhupada's words for your own convenience, for your own, to make yourself look better, or to rationalize what it is you want to do. So in that sense, that's what I learned from that. And so I don't believe anything that people say unless it's written in his books. And I realized that the books are also contextualized, So read it in its totality. Prabhupada said, he's also quoted as saying, Prabhupada, there's so many things they have said, I have not said. So, and anyway, they're all particular things. So don't use your spiritual master for your own purposes. That's my takeaway.